thanks for mentioning that, because that's the actual pinnacle for me, not the summit of Mount Everest, not all the other things, not all the money I raised for the charities, but the pinnacle was rescuing this woman. And what it was is I was standing on the very top of Mount Everest. I was with my guide and my Sherpa, and that's all that went up there with me. It was just us three guys. And the Sherpa was having a really, really, really hard time breathing. So we were worried about him. And all of a sudden he looked at us at the top and said, "We got to go, we got to go." So just as we're heading down over the top and we're on the rope and I'm looking back up at him to make sure he's okay. I look down, I'm holding onto the rope, and I look down and I see just a glove wave. Like, it seemed like a weird thing to do, but it was way, way down. It was about 1,000 feet below us. And I said to my Sherpa, I said, "Hey, stop a bit." I said, "I think I seen a glove wave down there." And he goes, "No, someone's just waving high. Let's go, let's go." And I said, "Oh, I don't know. That's not really, I don't think that's really on the trail, but can we just wait another second?" And then we saw it again. He says, "Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah." But he was having a really hard time breathing. So he was our concern at this point. And so we were coming down the rope and we were getting him going, and we were the first ones to the top. So what happened was we had to then detach from the line, let other people go, and then reattach as we're going down. There's only one line. So it took us a while, but once the body spaced out more, we got more faster and faster. Then we could hear her screaming.
Wow.
And it was the same scream that stood my hair on end as a child. It was that same exact, my mom screamed that same scream. And I was like, wow. I said, come on, guys, we got to really go here. And they said, well, our Sherpas are most important right now because he's having a hard time. And I said, well, I think we can do both. Let's just go. And so we hurried down that rope, and we found that she had been, um, this is really hard to say because it paints a sort of a bad picture on some humans. But these two guides tied up this one lady by putting the rope around and around and around her arm, and then they put a carabiner over top of it, and they threw her over a cliff, and she was dangling like this. She was dangling with one arm, and then she would kick off the cliff, and then she'd lean way out and wave. And that's what I saw, was the wave. And so we were up on where the rope was. She was dangling over the cliff, and we were supposed to go this way, and there she was down there. So I said to my guide, "You know what, we gotta rescue." And he says, "Man," he said, "we aren't supposed to rescue above 25,000 feet if we've already got someone in trouble." And I said, "Well, you guys can go do your thing. I'm going to rescue her." And they said, "No, we'll help. We'll do what we can to help." So I tried scooting along the cliff beside her, but I wasn't tied on. So I had to come back up. It was just way too steep. And then we just literally pulled her up. So all three of us just started pulling on that rope, and we pulled her up that cliff.